You walk into the kitchen, and the reason you came in vanishes. 1 second it was right there. Now you're just standing, hand half raised, waiting on a thought that already left. You're not tired. You're not losing it. Your brain just quietly closed a tab you were still using. And that's only the first one. Your brain runs dozens of quiet processes in the background. Most of the time, you never notice them. Then one slips, and for a second you catch the machinery moving. These are the small glitches almost everyone has felt, and almost no one mentions. The ones that make you wonder, just for a moment, if it's only you. It isn't. So let's name them, one by one. Start with the one you just felt. You cross from one room into the next, and the thought you were holding doesn't make it through the door with you. Researchers have a name for this. They call it the doorway effect. The idea is that your brain treats a doorway like the end of a scene. Walking through it tells your mind, that moment's over. Clear the desk, get ready for the next room. The trouble is, sometimes it clears the one thing you still needed. So you stand in the kitchen, holding nothing, faintly betrayed by your own head. And the strange part? Walking back through the same door can hand the thought straight back to you. Sometimes the thought doesn't fall out the door. It stays. You just can't reach it. A name. It's a word. There's a movie title. You know that you know it. You can almost feel its shape, the first letter, the number of syllables. But the word itself won't come. People call this the tip of the tongue. Your memory found the file. The link to open it just broke. And there's a stranger version. Your brain forgets the thing, but somehow remembers there was a thing. You walk away certain you were about to do something, and all that's left is the shape of the gap where it used to be. It's a little unsettling. Your mind is basically pointing at an empty spot, saying, something was here. Now try the opposite problem. Take a word you've known your whole life. Your own name works well. Say it out loud. Again. And again. 10 times. 20. Somewhere in there it stops being a name. It becomes a noise, a shape your mouth makes for no reason. This one has a name too. Semantic Satiation. Repeat a word fast enough, and the part of your brain that attaches meaning to it gets tired and briefly stops responding. The sound keeps going. The meaning just steps out for a moment. Which leaves you with an odd little fact. A word feels solid only because your brain keeps deciding over and over that it means something. That trick with the word points at something bigger. Sometimes it isn't a word. It's a place, a face, a hallway you've walked 1,000 times. For a few seconds, something completely familiar turns foreign, like you're seeing it new, even though you know you aren't. This is called Jamais Vu, the flip side of Deja Vu. Instead of, I've been here before, it's, I've never been here, and I've been here every day. Your brain briefly drops the sense of familiarity it usually attaches on its own. The information stays correct, it just stops feeling like yours. So here's the other side. You walk into a room you've genuinely never seen, and something in you insists, this already happened. This exact moment. The light, the sound, where everyone is standing. Deja vu. French for already seen. One common explanation is a timing error. A new experience gets tagged as a memory by mistake, so it arrives already wearing the label old. For a second or two, the present feels like a rerun. You're living the moment and remembering it at the same time. Then it passes, and you're left holding a memory of something that happened 1 second ago. These glitches don't only happen awake. You're almost asleep. Warm, heavy, drifting. Then out of nowhere, your whole body jolts, like you missed a step on a staircase that isn't there. That falling sensation has a name, a hypnic jerk. As you fall asleep, your body powers down. Muscles go loose, breathing slows, and sometimes your brain seems to misread that letting go as actual falling. so it fires one urgent signal to catch you. There's nothing to catch, but for one sharp second, you're wide awake, heart pounding, gripping a mattress that was never going anywhere. Here's where it gets a little stranger. You're doing something completely ordinary, a certain smell, a slant of afternoon light. And out of nowhere, a dream you had years ago comes back, fully formed in a single second. Not a dream you'd thought about since. A dream you didn't even know you still had. This is one of the quiet truths about memory. You don't go looking for most of it. It waits, filed away, until the right detail in the real world reaches in and pulls it out. Which means part of your past isn't gone. It's sitting there, unlabeled, waiting for a key you never knew you were carrying. But memory has a catch. It doesn't just store things. It rebuilds them every single time you remember. And in the rebuilding, small things shift. A detail gets swapped. A face gets added. Sometimes a whole event assembles itself out of pieces that never happened. You can remember a birthday, a trip, a conversation with total confidence, and be completely, provably wrong. Ask your family, and they'll say, "That's not how it went." Or worse, that never happened at all. Researchers call this false memory. And the unsettling part isn't that memory can be wrong. It's that being wrong feels exactly like being right. Certainty was never proof. Now scale that up. Not one person misremembering. Thousands. All remembering the same wrong thing. A logo with a detail that was never there. A movie line nobody actually said. A childhood brand spelled the way it never was. People started calling this the Mandela Effect, after a famous case where huge numbers of people shared one vivid, confident memory that simply wasn't true. Nobody fully agrees on why it happens. Most likely, our brains fill the same gaps in the same ways, and then we reinforce each other. But it does something quietly humbling. Even the memories you're surest of, the ones other people seem to share, can still be built on nothing. Quick pause, because I'm genuinely curious. Out of all of these so far, one probably landed a little too accurately. The doorway, the word that stopped meaning anything, the jolt right before sleep, the memory someone swears didn't happen. Tell me which one is yours. Just drop its name in the comments. There's something oddly steadying about scrolling down and finding a stranger say, "Yeah, that one. That one happens to me too." There's one more, and this one is quieter than the rest. After a long, loud day, too much noise, too many people, too many screens, you get home, sit down, and the world goes subtly wrong. Your own room looks like a set. Your hands feel a little borrowed. Everything is technically there, but it feels like it hasn't fully loaded. This is often described as derealization. For most people, it's brief, usually after stress, exhaustion, or too much stimulation. It's thought to work like a buffer, the mind turning the volume down when things get to be too much. One gentle note. If that unreal feeling shows up often, or stays, that's worth talking to a professional about. Not because something is broken in you, but because you don't have to sort that one out alone. For most of us, it passes. The room comes back. The world reloads. And you go on, quietly aware of how much your brain is doing just to keep everything feeling real. So here's the thing about all of these. Not one of them means something is wrong with you. If anything, it's the opposite. They're the rare moments you catch your brain mid-task, doing the enormous, invisible work of holding a whole reality together. Remembering, recognizing, deciding what's real, second after second, without ever asking you for help. Every glitch on this list is proof of how much is running underneath. So next time you stand in a doorway with an empty head, or a word dissolves in your mouth, maybe don't be annoyed with yourself. It just means that for 1 second, you got to see the machine running. And you were never the only one watching.